How did you stay confident?
It's a Bible verse. When the time is right, our Lord will make it happen.
Yeah.
If God doesn't make the quarterback throw the ball over here, or if he doesn't feel like it's my time to make a play, like there's nothing I can do about it. Never doubt, never waver, just have faith in God, and if it's time, it's time.
I think they're either the first or the second highest paid player in the NFL is a cornerback.
You play a game in general where you're going to get beat, and as a corner, you might play great all game and then give something up. You play almost 1,000 snaps of coverage in a year. There is no way you think you're never going to get beat. You can apply that to life. If something bad happens to you, you can't be harping on it. Like if you have a bad day today, and you're going to harp on it to tomorrow, let tomorrow be a bad day, then that's going to turn into a bad week. And then the bad week turns to a bad month, and that turns into a bad life. Never get too high, never get too low. When it all goes great, people going to love you. When it all goes bad, people going to hate you.
What's the legacy you hope to leave here?
I want to be the greatest cornerback to ever play here. That's my mindset. If you chase greatness, even if you don't hit it all the way, you'll fall somewhere amongst the stars. And we had a lot of great ones to play here. As a team-wise, I want to win a Big 12 championship, and I want to win a national championship. I feel like in the world of college football, like anybody can win now, and NIL kind of spread things out evenly. I feel like we got a team to do it this year.
Welcome back to another Center Street Media. Your favorite episode of Faith Huddle about to go down today. We're excited to have you here. Don't forget we have a hotline number, 646-694-2538. You can reach out, ask some questions about faith, and when they come in, we're going to ask our guest. Today's guest, actually, man, I love this guy. I really do. And we connected right off the bat. Yep. Mr. Tre Alexander. Welcome, bro.
Thank you for having me on. It's an honor to be here.
Oh, man. Honor to have you, bro. Honor to have you. I got you almost mixed up with Smeb's number. You're number one.
Yeah.
The true number one.
Most definitely.
Yeah. And people know that.
Yeah.
People in Cougar Nation know that. Number one in their heart is Tre.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I try to do my best. I be myself, you know what I'm saying? People love me.
That's all we want is your best. Tre, what's your real name, bro?
Real name Therrian.
Therrian?
Yeah, Therrian Alexander III. I'm named after my dad and then my older brother. Okay. So ours is not generational. Ours is just like my dad named me my brother after him, and my brother goes as TJ around the house, and I go by Tre.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So where did Tre come from then?
Tre and the number 3 go hand in hand, and I was the third one with the name, so it's my nickname forever, and it stuck with me.
Who gave you that?
Probably my mom and my dad. Probably my mom.
Yeah.
She like to take credit for a lot of that stuff, so I'm gonna say my mom.
Hey, that's good, man. You always got to keep it real. Mom's always bringing it.
Most definitely.
Okay, right off the bat, bro. Who is Tre? When you just said this is who I am, who is Tre?
I'm a kid from the east side of Atlanta, Georgia. I would say I'm a football player, but that's not really like touching on me as a whole. I'm a person like just goofy, full of love. Like I'm real loyal in everything I do. I'm a son. Now I'm a boyfriend.
What?
Yeah, I'm a brother. So like I don't know, I'm just me. Like I'm just a person who goes out every single day, try to spread peace and love into the world. When I meet people and I get cool with them people, I stay cool with them people for like life. Like everybody that I hang around, for the most part, I've been knowing since I was little. And other than the boys I meet on the team, and with them, they my brothers until we die. Yeah. So, yeah, that's who Tre is.
That's who Tre is.
Yep.
I love Tre, man. And everything you just said came to pass when we first met. It was just like instantaneous. I was like, this guy's loyal. He's a good guy, dude. So I thought, man, Cougar Nation needs to know a little bit more about Tre on the side that's a little private sometimes, connecting it to football. So glad to have you on Faith Huddle.
Well, definitely. I'm so happy to be here.
All right. Okay, we'll start from the get-go, okay? Your position is a cornerback, right? Tell me, sometimes people call that living on an island, right? Yeah. Living on an island. When it's just you and the receiver, how do you stay calm? How do you stay collected and smooth?
For me, I definitely say, like, my confidence comes from my preparation. Rob Daniels, who I trained with all offseason, he taught me that don't let my talent be my confidence. Let it be in the preparation, because if I prepare better than everybody, then when I get into a game, like, no moment seems too big. So when I'm on the field, like, I've done that rep a million times with nobody watching. So when I'm out there in front of everybody, and 65,000 screaming and millions more watching on TV, to me is something I done did, like, and I can do with my eyes closed. So for me, I definitely say my confidence is in my preparation, like, and then it's in my brothers around me. Like, I rely on the front to get home. I rely on the safeties to be where they're supposed to be. I rely on the coaches to make the right calls. So for me, when I'm out there, I just got to do my job. And I done did it so much in training that, like, I'm comfortable with it.
That comfortability you're talking about is really that confidence, because of that prep work and then all of the trust that you have from everybody around you. Confidence is related to faith. We're talking about faith here. So help us understand how that preparation increases your faith.
I would definitely say, like, a well-prepared man in anything in life, like, you're going to have faith in yourself, you're going to have faith in the outcome. When I go into a football game, I've been preparing my whole life for it. Not only my whole life, I've been preparing the week of the game and going through so much film and going through just so many reps that I have to have faith in myself. Because, like, I always think about and I always pray in my mind, like, for God to let me go out and be great. But God has greatness instilled in me already. And it wouldn't be showing faith in me if I went out there worried or if I went out there on the field nervous. So for me to show God that I really have faith in him, I got to go out there and play as myself and play confident because he's giving me everything I needed. He's allowed me to get to the facility safely all week and get all the knowledge. So when I get to a game, for me, I mean, the faith is in God and it's in myself because, like, God has given it to me. Like, I'm just ready. Like, when I get on the field, I'm just ready. I'm focused. And, like, I don't feel like nobody can mess with me.
When did that start, man? When do you feel that God instilled faith in you?
I'd be lying if I said, like, from a young age I wasn't in the church. But as a kid, you go to church, you don't really know everything per se. Like, you don't really understand God on that personal level. But for me, I would definitely say, like, maybe sophomore year of high school. That's when, like, you starting to grow as a man, and that's when, like, certain trials and tribulations will come up in your life. Like, even if it's something small to you as you get hurt here and there, or you might be on the bench right now, you want to be starting, like, you have to rely on God in those moments. So I definitely say around my 10th grade year of high school, that's kind of when I created our relationship with God. And then I feel like it got the strongest in between my freshman year and this past year I just had, because obviously I wanted to make a big jump, but I knew, like, for me to do it, God was going to have to be the center of it all. Like, I knew that I couldn't be able to do it by myself because, I don't know, life is too hard just to think we can just muscle our way through it without believing in God. So I definitely say it started in my sophomore year of high school, and then after my freshman year of college, it just when it, like, took off to another level for sure.
Wow. What'd you do, man? Tell us.
I mean, the main thing I do, like, pray. Like, I always tell people, like, I'm not just a person who prays before I eat or just pray when it's a collective thing. I probably pray, like, 10 times a day. And it could be something so small. I pray every single time I get in the car. I pray for God to safely place his hand on the car and get me to my destination safely. Before I start any workout, I pray for protection. I always thank God throughout the day, no matter what. Obviously, I thank God every time before I eat. So the main thing I say I do is pray. And I read my Bible, but I would say praying for me is what makes me feel the closest to God, because I feel like when I pray, like, that's the closest I am to him.
That's true, bro. I totally agree with it. I think prayer, really defines the relationship, because you're actually talking to the person that you believe in, and he's going to talk back through some means, right? Sometimes those prayers don't answer so fast. Going back to the game, did you have 2 picks this year? 1 pick? One pick. When did you get it?
West Virginia game.
West Virginia game.
Yeah, so what, the 4th game of the season, 5th game of the season?
Okay, so it took a little while before you got it. So how did you stay confident even though that wasn't happening in game 1, game 2, game 3?
It's a lot that went into it, but one of the things that, like, was instilled in me is, like, it's a Bible verse. I don't remember the exact verse, but it literally goes, like, when the time is right, our Lord will make it happen.
Yeah.
And, like, I thought about that, and I read that verse so many times before games, because it's just like, as a DB, I just got to go out there and do my job. Like, everybody want interceptions. Yeah, I want to make the big play, but if God doesn't make the quarterback throw the ball over here, or if he doesn't feel like it's my time to make a play, like, it's nothing I could do about it.
Yeah.
Like, I play a position I'm independent in the sense of, like, I can have a good game without somebody throwing at me, but I'm dependent on somebody throwing the ball at me for me to get an interception.
Yeah.
So for me, in my mind, it was just like, never doubt, never waver, just have faith in God. And, if it's time, it's time. Because I remember the week I caught my first interception, Coach Gifford, he was talking to me. He was like, it'll come to you, but if you have a good game and don't give up any catches, the same thing as having a great game and getting a pick. You just, like, do your job, and if it happens, it happens. And for me, Quarterback looked at me, threw the ball at me, and then, I mean, the rest just happened. Like, it was my moment. I had to capitalize on my moment. Like, I prayed to God for success and things like that. And I just knew, like, when you pray and ask God for things, he's not just going to give it to you. He's going to give you opportunities to make that happen. And that was my opportunity to make it happen, and I capitalized on it.
Dude, that's a big principle to understand that, okay, even if you don't get that interception, the fact that you're doing your job is equal as if you did, because they never threw your side.
Yep.
Right? And so you never got that interception that you wanted to probably had. When you look at faith and people are trying to increase their faith, sometimes they only care about the results, demonstrating whether that faith is real or whether they believe in God. But when those results don't come, but you keep doing what you should be doing, that's a sign of faith also, isn't it?
Yep. I would definitely say, like, when life happens and we want these results after we pray or whatever, like, everybody, like, okay, when you pray, obviously you asking God for something, you want something to come out of it. But when God doesn't do anything, it seems like that is like one of the biggest tests of your faith. Like, everything happens for a reason. And I feel like when I pray to God, if something doesn't happen immediately, it's just him testing me to see, like, if I'm going to fold, if I'm going to stay consistent in his word.
Yeah.
Because God's not just going to give somebody something just because you ask right away. Like, God has to know this is really what you want, this is really what you're asking for, and you're really ready for this opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, it took, like, for all us football players, like, it took years and years and years before we even got to the point where I got my first offer. Like, I've been playing the game since I was 4 years old, got my offer like 2 months before I turned 17.
Oh, wow.
So that's a almost 13-year window of no offer or anything like that. And a lot of people get discouraged, but I just knew, like, no storm lasts forever. And you keep asking and you keep working in God's way, then eventually, like, things gonna come to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you get this offer? Who found you?
Coach Pop. And the story was like, this is like faith in itself. This part of the reason why I took a chance coming to BYU. He was in Atlanta recruiting. He was at Holy Innocents, which is like it's a private school, it's a religious school, a high school. We played them in our region or whatever, and he was just there like, do y'all know any good cornerbacks in the area? They said my name, and my high school is probably 30 minutes away from this school, so it's not like a close drive at all. I go down in the office, it's Clemson sitting in one chair, it's Coach Pop from BYU sitting in another chair. That was my first time like ever like making contact with BYU. I talked to Coach Pop a little bit. He called me that night. We talked for like 17 minutes. He said Coach G was going to be down 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later, I had a workout with Coach G. He offered me, and it wasn't even a long workout. He said, I know you can play. He offered me. He was like, it's committable. And I went through my recruitment process, had all these offers or whatever, and I wanted to commit before my senior year started because if you get hurt, I still wanted somewhere to play.
Yep.
I weighed all my options. I committed to BYU without ever taking a visit. I'd never been to Utah when I committed.
Wow.
Like, at all. I just knew Keelan was here, and that was my boy, so I was like, I'm committing. Committed to BYU, stayed loyal to my commitment all through my senior year. Took a visit out here in December, and then signed like a week later. And like,
wow.
Yeah.
And then, bam, you're here.
Yep, and I'm loving it.
And love it. Number one, bro. People
Yeah.
loving Tre out here.
Yep.
We love you, bro. We love, and I'm glad that you took that leap of faith to come out to a place where you never even been to, wasn't aware of, and did you even follow BYU football at all? Did you even know about them?
Nah, like, I knew, like, of course you know about Zach Wilson and the players who play here, like Steve Young and things like that, but I didn't know too much about Utah. But my whole mindset when I stuck to my commitment was just like, I feel real stupid if I never took a visit to BYU and it was everything I was looking for in the school, somewhere where, like, you can grow outside of football and get a good education. Because, like, for my mom, school matters so much, and obviously to my dad too. But he knows football was my dream. But my mom was big on, like, if you're going to do one thing, you got to marry it with the other thing.
Yeah.
And my dad was the one who just kind of enforced it. Like, you better go to school or this going to happen to you. You better go to class.
Sounds like a good marriage, bro.
Yeah. So, like, it's literally a match made in heaven. So when I got to BYU and I realized how serious the program was about football, and then I saw how good school was and how great the connections were outside of the school and football, it was just like, it's a place where I can go. And then for me, number one on my list was like being able to play young, because a lot of schools have like politics into it where you might be a better player than somebody, but you got to sit on the bench for 2 or 3 years. And in my mind, I'm just like, if I'm good enough to play, I want to be able to play young. I came to BYU, you know, I played a lot on special teams my freshman year. Then last year, got the opportunity to start for a year, and then going into this year, I want to do the same but triple what I did last year. So I would definitely say like it. I knew a little bit about BYU, but I didn't know nothing about the church. I never knew what the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints was.
Yeah.
I was just like, they believe in Jesus like me, and you know, that's where I'm going. It's just a little code up there.
That's cool, bro.
That's all I knew.
So how has BYU increased your faith? How has being here, being a part of Kalani's culture, how does that increase your personal faith in Jesus Christ?
I mean, I feel like being at BYU makes me want to, it makes you be more proud of your faith and be more confident in your faith. I go to a school, obviously, where like the church at times and the members face a lot of bad things from people on the outside because they don't know about what the church truly represents. They don't know about what the culture stands for. And I see how like members never let it bother them. They never go on social media arguing with people on the outside or people who might be spreading hatred to them. They always spread love. So for me, growing up a Christian, it's just like if somebody can get attacked on every single level, personal, they can get attacked on the church level and everything. Even us going to football games, people getting attacked on their faith before they play a football game.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's just like if they can get attacked and be so firm in their faith, then why can't I when I'm never getting attacked about my faith, really?
Yeah.
So in my mind, it's just like BYU gives me opportunities to be so proud of my faith and everything that I represent, everything my faith represents, that like I just love it here. Like it's a place where your faith just grows with us praying before every meeting. Like, I don't know, BYU is so unique in the way we do things that it's just like even praying before every class, because to me it's not a crazy concept to me. Like,
Sure.
I pray before everything. So like before a class starts or before a meeting starts, before a game starts, like to me that's normal. So I don't know, BYU just kind of puts me in a place where like I'm definitely grateful for it.
So faith, bro, thanks for sharing that, man. That's really tight. Faith is something that we trust in, we seek to overcome things, but it's also something that helps us to become better. Okay? I'm going to call you out on something.
All right.
But I saw you get better. So this is why I'm going to call you out on it. Remember that game you got a flag for personal foul?
East Carolina.
Yeah. I remember that game. I was standing right there when I saw you do that. And to me, I mean, I was kind of like, this part of the game. This is part of the game. This is a violent game. Tre's just balling out. This guy's running his mouth all game long. Tre finally responded, and the flag came, right?
Yep.
But then Kalani got in. And Kalani's like, no, we different. We do things different here.
Yep.
How did that conversation and your faith help you to become better over the season?
I would definitely say, like, my faith, for one, and the way I was raised allowed me to be humble enough to listen to Coach Kalani in that moment. Because in a time where emotions are flying or anything, I could have easily snapped or went crazy, but there was no need. Like, when Coach Kalani came on the field and it appeared he was yelling at me, I'm a person, like, I was taught, like, don't listen to the way people saying something, listen to what they saying. And he didn't tell me nothing wrong. He was just like, Tre, we up big. There's no need for you to be doing all this and that. And in my mind, for one, Coach Kalani is like one of the most, like he's one of the greatest dudes I ever met in my life. Like the way he walks in his faith, the way he leads a team, the way he leads his family, is somebody I listen to. And for me, my faith is so big in God that I believe that he places great people around me, and Coach Kalani is one of those people.
I love that.
So if Coach Kalani is telling me something, then I don't just look at it as just Coach telling me. I feel like this is somebody that God put in my life to tell me something for a reason. So when he told me not to do it no more, and in my mind, it's like, well, when God speaks, you got to listen. So the whole season, it was just do enough to the point where you dancing on that fine line, but don't do enough to get a flag. Like, I remember a Utah game. It was a player, and he had did something to me, like he cut my lip, and I was hot about it. But I just remember taking a deep breath. I looked at T-Wall, so I'm not even going to talk for the rest of the game. And the rest of the game, I didn't talk.
Wow.
We just won the game, and I went on about my business.
Wow.
So I definitely say Coach Kalani definitely was probably the one who helped me, but I look at it as a symbol of God sent him to help me, because it's what he's here in my life for.
Man, that's a huge principle for people to understand outside of the game. Just in life and normal, man. If they can understand that God puts people in their lives, and if they just listen, they find themselves becoming more, right?
Yep.
Stronger in their faith. What else would you say to somebody who's out there trying to figure out, like, you know, who do I trust around me? And how do I know they're from God? How would you help them to?
I would definitely say, like, it's going to be hard in general just to find somebody to trust in and really believe their word, just because it's like so many people around you and there's so many ways things can go. But the way I judge it on like anybody else would, like, how good of a man is he, or how good of a person is she that's talking to me, and what do they do to represent what they're saying. Like, everybody knows Coach Kalani is a person who is so strong in his faith, and he's so strong in his principles and his morals, that is just like, he's God sent.
Yeah.
It'd be different if Coach Kalani was telling me things and then doing opposite of it.
Yeah.
But everything he tells me, he follows those principles. So I know in my heart, like, that this is a man of God.
Yeah.
So I definitely think you got to look at who's telling you it and why they're telling you. Like, if it's somebody who's not doing the right thing and they're telling you this stuff, then you probably shouldn't listen to them. I'll probably stay far away from that person.
Yeah.
But if it's somebody who's preaching the gospel to you and also living the gospel, I mean, you got to listen.
Yeah. Yeah. By their fruits, man. By their fruits, you'll know them. So if somebody doesn't have those types of, people around them, what advice would you say, or maybe even you, like, who do you lean on, right, to keep your spirituality when doubt comes around, when doubt creeps in? How do you lean on your faith?
For one, I feel like if you don't have anybody around you who's heaven sent, for one, you in the wrong room. Like, you in the wrong situation around the wrong people. Like, if you can't look at somebody, like, at anybody in the room, like, of your friends, and look somebody in the eyes and really know, like, that God sent them there, then, for one, you got to reevaluate yourself and move to a different place. Yeah, you got to change your room for sure. And even if you are in a room full of people and you're scared to talk or you're scared to lean on them, it goes back to praying. Because, like, if you can't talk to anybody, if you had a conversation between you and God where you can just be totally vulnerable, I feel like you'll get all the answers you need.
Yeah. And
after you pray, I mean, eventually God's going to reveal somebody to you in your life that, like, comes through for you. Like, for me, for example, but obviously I had my father and everything in my life. And we in the world now where I'm getting to that age where, like, you start thinking about the future, like girlfriends, family, and stuff like that. So before I even found my girlfriend, I just prayed on it because, like, obviously us playing football, you're going to have a million girls wanting to get at you and this and that, but you got to make the right decision, because especially at the point we at now, because, like, you in the public eye, everything you do or somebody that does is an extension of you. So I prayed on it. I asked God for specific things, and I was just like, I'm going to sit back. And I mean, like, 2 months later, I found my girlfriend.
Whoa. And
I've been with her since, like, the beginning of the season. And yeah.
What's her name? What's your girlfriend's name?
Her name Haley. She play on the softball team.
Haley?
Yeah, Haley Schuler.
Shout out to Haley, huh?
Yeah. But she and it's crazy too, because she definitely is one of those people who I talk to a lot about things, and she definitely keeps me focused. Like, throughout the season, like, it'd be times where I'm like, yeah, I don't really feel like eating today, or I don't feel like this, and she just stay on me and be
that's good
on me about all the little things.
That's good woman.
So I definitely say you gotta pray. Like, when you pray, God will reveal everything that needs to be revealed to you.
I love that. Pray, change your room. Yep. God will reveal and He'll provide. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, you did a I saw a video. You were in the locker room. You were walking around and you were asking questions. You remember that?
Yep.
Do you remember the question you were asking?
Yep.
What was it?
Who on the team would you not let date your daughter?
Who on the team would you not let date your daughter? So my question is have you met Haley's dad?
Yeah.
And he's okay with you dating his daughter?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. That's my dog. Like, we cool. Like, and her grandma gave me the stamp of approval.
Oh, there you go, man.
Yeah,
you get the grandma in.
Yeah, I'm
it's
good.
All good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know, like, for most people, probably meeting parents and stuff probably be like a nerve-wracking topic or stuff like that.
Yeah.
For me, I was just like, I'm going to be Tre.
Yeah.
And like I tell anybody else, either you going to like Tre or not like Tre, but regardless, Tre going to be Tre. And, you know, they love me, and then I got a stamp of approval, so I'm good.
I don't know too many people that don't like Tre. Let me just say that, man. Let me just say that. Okay, so you grew up in Georgia.
Yep.
Did you play other sports?
Yeah, I ran, growing up, I played baseball. I ran track a little bit growing up. I played basketball. I played football.
Oh, okay.
My mama had me in swim lessons. Like,
whoa.
Growing up, they had us doing everything because their whole thing was like, we got to keep y'all out of trouble. No matter what. I'm keeping y'all busy, keeping y'all out of trouble. And then in high school, it was just football and track.
Dude, I met your mom, dude. She's a millionaire, man. Spiritually mature, just full of life, rich with the blessings of heaven, bro.
Yep.
I love that. So, different sports. Why'd you choose football?
Let's see, for me,
I would love to have seen you on the swim team.
Man, I first started playing football at 4 years old, but the way I came into football was my dad. So my dad, he was never the dad that was just going to force you to do anything. He kind of made suggestions.
Oh,
but
okay.
The way it was with me, like, he wanted to raise men. So whenever I got old enough, like probably 2 or 3 years old, he just started taking me to football practice with him. And he would never make me sit down and watch practice. He'd just leave me at the park all day. And then as I kept growing up, he'd take me to games, take me to practices, and he just always keep me around football. Yeah. So then for me, it's just like I just grew love for it. Wow. Like it's something I'm around all day. I literally like learned quickly about the dream of the NFL, like what the NFL could be. Yeah. I had a big cousin, Mike Tober, who was a first-team All-Pro fullback. He was in the NFL. So when I was 4 years old, I want to say I started going to sleep with an NFL football in one hand. I had a baseball glove on the other hand, and I just like every night to sleep. And my whole dream was the NFL. So I definitely say my dad put the dream in my lap, but the reason I wanted to chase the dream is because I seen like the avenue of like what playing the game of football could do for you. Like for me, it was never necessarily about the money. It's just about like what the money could do. Like for me, the only reason I want to get money is because like if something ever happens to one of my family members, God forbid, and somebody gets sick and they need a surgery or something paid for, then I'm able to have enough to do that. But cool. All the cars and everything, I ain't care for all that. That's never why I started chasing it. That's why for me, it's going to take so much for me to like just quit the game of football. Like nothing could break me. Like no workout, because I'm not doing it for money. Yeah, it's the reasoning behind it. Like I'm doing it for family.
I love that.
So bro. I don't even think my mama knew that about me, why I started playing the game of football and why I wanted to achieve it to the highest level. And I'm big on dream chasing. Yeah. Like chasing my dreams is like the biggest thing in my life. Like so when people be like, well, this school threw all this NIL money and this and that, that's not what I'm about. Yeah. I just want to accomplish my dreams, and I just want to be able to pay for my family if anything happens to one of them, and take care of it. That's all I'm about.
So in all those sports, you be moving fast.
Yeah.
Right? And I know you fast, being a DB also. But when you're going fast and things are not moving fast enough, how do you maintain your faith?
Man, it goes back to how I was raised, really. Like, my mom and my dad, they are true examples of, like, staying down, staying consistent. It was like growing up, we didn't have everything in the world, but my mom and my dad always made sure we went to church. They always made sure that we had what we needed. So seeing the example that they set for me, it's like when I get to this point of life and everything is moving fast and everything is happening fast, don't get too big or too busy that I forget about God, who's not only helped me on this level, but he's helped me my whole life and helped my family my whole life. So I definitely say, like, shout out to my mom and my dad, because I know as growing up, I'm the middle child. There's 5 of us. We was always busy with sports, or we're busy with school. We're always busy with something year round. But my mom and my dad always made sure that on Sunday morning we got up and went to church.
Wow.
And every year before New Year's Eve, like that New Year's Eve night, we always went to church. And like no matter what we did, we was always going to church. If we had to go sometimes on Saturday, if we had to go sometimes 7:30 in the morning, like mom and my dad always made sure we went to church, and they always like tried to help teach us the principles of what was taught in church when we were kids. So I definitely say when everything's going fast and everything seems crazy to me, it's easy to lean back on God just because like how I was raised and how I was raised in church.
Did you ever get tired of church, bro? I mean, you said church right here in the last paragraph like 8 times. There's some people who get tired of church. I mean, did you as a child like go, come on, do I have to go to church again?
Yeah, as a kid, like I think that's normal. It's just like you like the weekend for you just want to be at home, you just want to play football, and you just want to chill out and be on the game all day and eat snacks. But I always, like for me, growing up, honestly, like I didn't necessarily want to I wasn't just the most eager to just run to church. But, like, I like going to church once we got there. I was kind of the one, I didn't like getting dressed for church. Like having to iron my shirt, put on a polo shirt, put on the nice jeans. Your mom wants you to wear the nice sweater with these shoes. And you can't really tell her no because it's your mom. Yeah. Like, I didn't like that part of church. But when I went to church, like, it was never a time I left church and I complained, like, oh, we had to come to the house of the Lord and get some of his good wisdom day. Like, I never complained. It was just more so getting ready for church.
Well, I'm sure your church and your pastor was like, "Oh, Tre's in the house," and the energy went up because you just know how to come and bring who you are, right? Yeah. And everybody just accepts it and loves it, bro. Yeah. I think that's like you were the first one to be like, "We're running it back, right? Let's go," and everybody just started following that trend on that Friday. There are a lot of posts, man. People are just like following that, and I think that's part of what you bring. That's really powerful in your confidence, and you keep going back to your mom and dad and being instilled from that time, huh?
Yeah, it was a lot in that too. Like, I'm not gonna tell y'all how to raise y'all kids. But my dad and mom used to always say, spare the rod, spoil the child. So, hey,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But
Yeah.
that's part of the reason why I am how I am too. Like, I got some straighten ups as a kid.
Oh.
So, I don't complain about them now though. It made me who I am today. But it's a lot that went into that just besides words for sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes I deserved them, sometimes I didn't. But
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I parented that way, bro. I totally believe in that. So, all right, let's go back to being a cornerback, man. I would never play that position. I'm telling you that the trust level, right? And I mean, I think they're either the first or the second highest paid player in the NFL.
Yeah.
Is a cornerback, because you really have to be good and trusted, right?
Yep.
And so when you find yourself in that situation and you make a mistake, you got beat, right? You didn't break on the ball at the right time. You opened your hips the wrong way. You got to have what's called short-term memory. Isn't that true?
Yep.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Short-term memory is just like, when something happens, you got to store it in the back of your mind and forget about it. Essentially, like, you play a game in general where you're going to get beat, and as a corner, I mean, you might play great all game and then give something up. And that's just the way it is. Like, you one-on-one on the island all day, essentially by yourself. Like, and the greatest example of this, not even just myself, I always give a shout-out to Shmev. Pop-Tart Bowl, he got beat on the deep catch or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember after the catch, like, he kind of, like, threw his head to the side, like, and I just looked at him. I was like, bro, you good. Like, I was like, bro, you the best. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, bro, do not doubt yourself right now. Like, they finna throw the ball at us and the moment finna come. And then, I mean, he had the game-winning pick. And as a corner, that's just the way you have to move. Like, you play almost 1,000 snaps of coverage in a year. There is no way you think you're never going to get beat. I don't care who you is. If you never get beat, that means you simply don't play enough.
Yeah.
And that means you're not very good if you don't play a lot. So, like, as a corner, like, I don't know, it's just something you have to do. And that's not just, like, in the corner. You can apply that to life. Like, if something bad happens to you, you can't be harping on it. Like, if you have a bad day today, and you're going to harp on it to tomorrow, let tomorrow be a bad day, then now it's going to turn into a bad week.
Yeah.
At the end of the bad week, turn into a bad month, and that turns into a bad life. So as corner, like, I try to apply them principles in my whole life. So I definitely say, like, being a corner, man, when something bad happens to you, it's kind of like this quote that I always like to think: never get too high and never get too low. Like, as a corner, you got to be even keel. Because when it all goes great, people going to love you. When it all goes bad, people going to hate you.
Yeah.
So as a corner, I mean, you got to stay middle ground no matter what.
One of the things I think that's a part of staying on that middle ground is, and connected to this idea of having a short-term memory, is that you've got to learn to forgive yourself.
Yep.
Which is a part of faith. So tell us about that. What does that mean to you to forgive yourself?
I mean, you human. Like, when something goes wrong, you can't just be beating yourself up about it, because, like, anybody else knows you gonna make mistakes in life. You're gonna make mistakes in a football game. Like, bad things gonna happen. And if you too hard on yourself, then you're never gonna be able to pull yourself out of that moment. Like, I remember it was a moment this year I gave up a catch, and everybody like, Tre, you good? Like, man, come on, like we need you. Like, it's okay. And I was just smiling. I was like, yeah, I know I'm good. Like, it's not really gonna faze me. Like, I've been beat before. So what?
Yeah.
So what? Now what? Like, what I'm gonna do about it?
Yeah.
And I feel like if you too hard on yourself and you don't forgive yourself, you're not only gonna let yourself down in the long run, you're gonna let everybody else down. Especially for a guy like me. Like, if I'm too hard on myself or I'm too in my own head about something, then my energy would drop. And everybody know about me. Like, I have good energy, like, all the time, and that energy is contagious.
Yeah.
So if I'm off, then, like, I'm letting my team down, and in my mind, I just can't let the team down. I always think about the team before myself. So that's why I always, like, I'm never too hard on myself in those moments. It's like, in a game, something bad happens, we'll critique myself afterwards. I critique myself on the sideline or on the plane on the way home. But when bad things happen, you know, you just got to push through it, and you got to know, like, it's like they on scholarship too. The other team, they work out, they do off-season training just like you do. Like, sometimes it's just meant to be. Yeah. So that's definitely where I'm at.
I love that answer. Okay, let's wrap up here with a few more questions. Looking at this past season, Tre, how has God shaped you internally versus, externally? Like, everybody sees this all outside, and they see the energy you bring. And I know, you're not playing a show. Who you are is who you are.
Yeah.
But maybe you could share a little bit of what has God done for you this past season to shape you internally.
Internally, I would say God broke me down on the inside to build me back up on the outside. Um, a week before camp started, my right pinky, I was working out like any normal day, went to go catch the ball. Pinky dislocates, bone comes out of my hand. I'm sitting out there in the workout session with my bone outside of my hand, and I'm just staring at it. And in the moment, you think your finger broke, and it's a week before camp. So I'm thinking essentially I got to get surgery, and like all those dreams I had of being a starter this year over with. And I just remember hitting my knees. I'm just like, the first thing I did was just like pray. I'm like, please God, please, like it can't happen like this. I just remember I kept saying it the whole way to the hospital, and everybody like, Tre, you crying because you hurt? But in my head, I literally just kept saying, I was like, please God, like all I could think about was the season. Luckily, it was just a clean dislocation. They snapped it back in, stitched it up, gave me a little like cast and some buddy tape. I played through it, was doing great through camp. Second week of camp, I caught a pick earlier in the day, came back, went for my second pick of the day, got pulled out of the air, landed on my shoulder, sprained my AC joint.
Oh, my goodness.
When I sprained my AC joint, I was out for 2.5 weeks through camp. And anybody knows in camp, if you're in a competition, like that's essentially like a lifetime.
Yep.
So when I came back for the first game, I didn't end up starting the first game. But I just had to have my faith and, continue believing in God. And then the following week, I got my first career start. And I just remember telling everybody, like, when I get on the field, like, I'm not coming off. And after I got that first career start, I mean, I ran off 12 in a row starting. So I definitely say, like, on the outside, the reason I'm so poised now and the reason, like, I have, like, this ultimate, like, confidence is because, like, God literally behind the scenes, like, I was going through it because anybody else, like, when it seems like things are going terrible for you, like, you might start doubting and you might get in your head, like, why this had to happen to me and why now? But throughout that time, I also realized, like, God does everything for a reason. So who am I to question what the man above is doing for me? So I definitely say God broke me down in some ways, but then he built me back up in a complete product, and he knew I was ready to start. Because, yeah, physically I felt like I was ready, but after all these things happened to me, it mentally made me, like, strong. So I always tell people, like, when I'm in the game now or something hurt on my body, and the reason I can play through it, I literally tell people, like, I saw my bone outside of my hand. And it's crazy because in the moment I'm seeing it, but, like, I'm also, like, the most calm I was because it's just, like, seeing, like, how beautiful the body God created is, and, like, in a weird way, like, seeing my bone outside of my hand, like, calm me down because it's just, like, man, like, God created all of this. So when that moment happened to me all throughout the season, if anything would go wrong, I'm like, this don't really faze me.
Yeah.
Like, I done been through way worse than this. Like, I'm good. So I definitely say, like, God broke me down internally to build me back up externally for sure.
I love that. Great answer, bro. Great answer. I hope the kids out there really get that answer, bro. That's a big process of growing your faith, right? It's first being broken down.
Yeah, most definitely.
So, all right, last question, man. What's the legacy you plan to leave here, you hope to leave here with BYU and Cougar Nation? And I know you got still some time.
Yeah.
Right? So, but just tell us, in the end, when they think of Tre Alexander, number 1, cornerback, BYU, what do you want to leave?
I mean, I would say it's two different type of legacies. Football-wise, I want to be the greatest cornerback to ever play here. And I just feel like that's my mindset because, like, if you chase greatness, even if you don't hit it all the way, you'll fall somewhere amongst the stars. And we had a lot of great ones to play here. And I just feel like the one I'm competing with is the one I'm in the room with right now, like Ev. And with me and him being next to each other every day, like, I just feel like if I push to be the greatest ever and he pushing to be the greatest ever, worst case scenario, me and him will fall 1 and 2 or 1A, 1B, whatever the case may be. So I want to. That's what I want to leave, like, as myself on the field. I want to, as a team wise, I want to win a Big 12 championship and I want to win a national championship. I feel like in the world where college football, like, anybody could win now, and NIL kind of spread things out evenly, I feel like we got a team to do it this year. I can even see it from the way we working out so far, the looks in everybody's eyes, like how focused everybody is. And the reason I want to do it is because, like, for one, BYU deserves it. Like, if BYU wins a Big 12 championship then a national championship, we're able to spread, like, the word of God to so many people who don't quite understand it yet. And with BYU doing it, it would be like the biggest anomaly almost because people see BYU as just a church institution full of church boys who don't really know about football, who really can't play with everybody. But it seems like every time we get on the big stage and we shine, people kind of like become witness more and more.
Yeah.
So we able to win the Big 12 championship and then the national championship. Like, that won't only just show the country, that show the world, like, BYU serious, and then it'll get more people tapped into the message and get more people, bought into what BYU is about. Because, like, for me, you don't even have to necessarily be LDS to understand, like, the culture is, like, no matter what you believe in, and it's just, like, no religion tells you to be a bad person. I think every religion is telling you to be a good person. So for me, somebody who's not a member of the church per se, I take a lot of the principles and apply it to your own lives, because it's not like it's saying stuff like, Tre, just go out here and be a terrible person. No, it's all things that you can apply in your own life. It's just kind of how you look at it. And then off the field, I want to be remembered as somebody who came from a unique place to BYU, who happened to, like, fall in love with the place and fall in love with the culture and just be yourself every day. Like, I think the thing I want to leave people at BYU with is just be yourself, and if you yourself, like, good things going to follow and good things going to happen in every single way possible. So, and I also want to leave here with a degree. I'll be, like, the first one of my mom's kids to graduate college. So,
wow.
Yeah, that'll be a big one for me. I want to get my degree before I'm done with here, for sure.
Bro, you're the man.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
You're the man, bro. I have enjoyed every bit of who you are, on the field, off the field, in the locker room, practice, working out. As I've just watched you, I just like this guy's good, man. And you're a blessing to Cougar Nation.
Yes,
a blessing to the team, blessing to Cougar Nation. And so good to have you here on Faith Huddle, man, to share your faith with us a little bit. And we know where we're going to be next year, huh?
Yeah, like next year around this time, I'll be a national champ.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we'll be getting back off the plane from Vegas, getting ready for our parade, going down State Street, University or whatever, and parking that thing in LaVelle Edwards and walking out with that trophy. Like, that's what we're going to be next year.
I love that,
That's
bro.
the vision.
I love that, man. That's another edition of Faith Huddle. Great to have you guys here with us. Great to have my man, Tre. Now you know why his name is Tre. So we're great to have you here. And you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple. Any of those three, man. Then share it. Share it with other people. Share it with family. Share it with neighbors. Share it with everybody. Because faith is important. And Tre just helped us understand that today. So we're going to leave you with Super Y.
Yep.
We did that, but we'll leave you Super Y. Tre, you want to lead us, bro?
Yep.
Man.